In Jeremiah chapter 3 verses 6-8, God says, "The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, Hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel hath done? She is gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there hath played the harlot. And I said, after she had done all these things, Turn thou unto me, but she returned not, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it. And I saw, when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also." In Jeremiah chapter 3 verses 6-8, God specifically refers to Judah being the sister of Israel, seeing Israel's sins but not fearing. Even though God divorced Israel, who did he divorce? Israel. Who is Israel? The northern kingdom of Israel, not the kingdom of Judah. The Jews remain married to God. God had 2 wives and divorced one. And this is reaffirmed in Hosea chapter 2 verses 1-2. It says, "Say of your brothers, my people, and of your sisters, my loved one, Rebuke your mother, rebuke her, for she is not my wife, and I am not her husband. Let her remove the adultery from her face and the unfaithfulness from between her breasts." Later in Hosea chapter 2 verses 18-23, God says he will remarry the northern house, and he will remove the punishments given to them in Hosea chapter 1. How do we know he's referring to the northern house of Israel? Because the verse 23 specifically revokes the punishments given to the northern house in Hosea chapter 1 verses 1-11. They will again become his people, receive his mercy, and will worship him. There is no doubt this is the northern house of Israel, and they will remarry God as seen in verses 19 and 20. In Isaiah chapter 54 verse 1, God says, "Sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear, break forth into singing and cry aloud, thou that didst not travail with child, for more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith the Lord." Keep in mind that chapters and verses were added to the Bible later. I would suggest that it is not a coincidence that this message comes immediately after Isaiah chapter 53, which is the suffering servant passage about the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Isaiah 54 immediately turns to O barren, and speaking of the children of the desolate, and comparing her to the children of the married wife. Why is this important? Because the death of the husband allowed them to remarry. Why did Jesus say, "Go first to the lost tribes, house of Israel"? Sure, one can choose to ignore those words of the Lord and spiritualize them away to insignificance, but you do so at your own loss. Click on the like button and also subscribe if you want to see more content like this.